Hello, everybody. It is August 26, 2025. It is Joe from the Strange Voyage Files, and as you can tell from my background, I'm doing a movie review and reviewing Commando, Arnold Schwarzenegger. I, Everybody's got their favorites: Terminator, Terminator 2, Predator. Um, this is it. I hands down, this is his best movie. This is his best movie of all time. I mean, others come very close. Don't get me wrong. Arnold is phenomenal, but absolutely, this is absolutely by far his best movie. Um, so this is '85. It's off of the heels of Terminator One. It is, and obviously after um, the Conan the Barbarian, the first one. I don't think Conan the Destroyer came out yet. I could be wrong on that one. I think that one comes out a little bit later, like a year or two later. Could be wrong, but this is right before Predator. This is right before Total Recall, The Running Man. These just these movies that are just gonna solidify him as the biggest action star of all time. but there's nothing better than this movie. This is by far, and it's just nonstop action, nonstop action. The one-liners, the characters all around are just phenomenal. And let's start with the characters. The people who are in this movie, obviously Arnold's in it. Radon Chong is in this, and there's a great chemistry between the two of them. I don't always feel that way. Now I know this is comedy, but him and Penelope Phillips, is that? I don't know. I'm gonna get the actress wrong, but in Kindergarten Cop, I didn't feel any chemistry between them. Um, Sometimes it's hit or miss with Arnold and his so-called love interests, but they actually have a really really good chemistry. They probably should have done another couple of movies together. They really really worked. Alyssa Milano plays his daughter. She's young in this movie. Um, Dan Hedaya, who is probably best known as Carla's husband from Cheers, but he's phenomenal. I mean, he's a great character actor. You could give him any role and he'd probably master it. Vernon Wells as Bennett. I mean, this guy's just a psycho with his drive to kill Arnold Schwarzenegger's character, Matrix. And Vernon Wells, and he's in a lot of other stuff too. He always plays a tough guy. um, just unbelievable. He slowly becomes more and more unglued through this movie, and by the final fight scene, he's just lost it, absolutely lost it. And Matrix, who's Arnold Schwarzenegger, he actually begins to manipulate. He's noticing that Bennett has gone over the edge, and he's able to manipulate him during the fight. Um, Trying to see David Patrick Kelly, probably best known from The Warriors, but he plays Sully in this movie. Uh, he's just a scumbag. Kind of always plays that scumbag role, and he just does it really, really well. He's great in this one. Bill Duke as Cook, another guy who's just a complete badass, and Bill Duke we'll see in Predator, and again he's just awesome in these roles. Kind of looking through the rest that are, yeah, there's a lot of a lot of other people in here that play more side roles, but this cast is just phenomenal. And again, the one-liners, let off some steam, Bennett. Remember Sully when I promised I'd kill you last? That's right, Matrix, you did. I lied. I mean, just it's just one right after another. When the when when the mall guard is he's hitting on the two girls, and he gets the call over the radio, and he goes, "You want to see me kick some ass?" I just it's just one great one liner after another. So the story goes that Daniel Hedaya plays General Arias, and he kidnaps Alyssa Milano, who is Schwarzenegger's daughter, John Matrix's daughter, because he wants Matrix to kill the president of some made up country that he wants to lead a coup in. And Matrix and this president that um, Arias wants him to kill, probably saying that name wrong, but it's character, no big deal. But Schwarzenegger and this president had a really good relationship, and the president trusts him, and the whole thing is Schwarzenegger can get close enough to this guy to kill him. So they kidnap Alyssa Milano. Schwarzenegger goes on a plane with one of these henchmen, I guess if you will. Of course, kills the henchman, and he's got 11 hours, and the plane's taken off. He sneaks down below, gets to one of the wheel wells, and jumps off the landing gear before it goes up. And so he's got 11 hours while this plane is in flight. This is before cell phones or anything. Probably before plane phones. So there's no way for this, there's no way for them to check in with this dead henchman. And then just all hell breaks loose. He just has to go from one guy to the next who's part of this, I don't know, squad, if you will, that's led by General Ernesto Arias to find information as to where his daughter is. Sully is hitting on in the mall, is hitting on Radon Chong's character, Cindy. Schwarzenegger sees this and she shoots down Sully, but Schwarzenegger uses her to kind of bring Sully back in, gain his interest so he can get Sully to find information. So he drops him off a cliff. Then he goes to Bill Duke's hotel room to find out more information. That that fight scene is just awesome. I eat green berets for breakfast. It has a plot. It doesn't need one. They could have just said, hey Arnold, you're going after all these bad guys, and it's just a absolute non-stop action movie. And Arnold has had, Arnold and Sylvester Stallone had this competition in the 80s, and they said they would count, and this is probably at the very beginning of this when this happened. They would count how many people they were killed in each other's movies, and they had to up that body count. And I mean, at the end when he gets to the general's compound, I mean, it's just typical 80s, just blowing everything up. Everybody's shooting at him. He's got the machine gun. He's mowing everyone down. The bazooka. Oh, the one. The they in this unbelievable amount of havoc that Arnold's bestowing upon, I think I'm pretty sure they're in LA, because he doesn't just stop these people that have kidnapped his daughter. Of course, he blows them up and cars blow up and everything. So of course the cops are looking for him, and they get him at one point. And they're driving away, and Radon Chong has a rocket launcher. It's a four launch rocket launcher. She has it the wrong way, and she's has it at the police wagon, and she hits the fire button and it goes backwards. So it hits like the building behind her, and then she turns it around and shoots it at where they have Arnold in the big paddy wagon, whatever they're called now, and gets him out. It's just 80s. I mean, blow this up, blow that up. Absolutely unbelievable. And then that final battle between Schwarzenegger and Vernon Wells' character is awesome. It's a big fight, and there's a knife fight, and Arnold is kind of like moving the blade of his knife to hypnotize him, Bennett, to get him even more angry and insane, because he knows that the more angry and out of his mind Bennett is, the less he's going to be focused on the fight. So that is one thing. John Matrix, who Arnold plays, he's ex-Special Forces, and it shows he's smart. A lot like John Rambo. I would have loved to have seen these two, him and Rambo, in a movie together, either going against each other or teaming up, because they're both smart. They are both, they're very well skilled in there, in pretty much any art of warfare that there is. This movie is funny. The Arnold's one-liners are funny. There's a one point right after he throws drops Sully off the ledge. Um, they need a car, and he Sully's car's on its side, and he flips it over. He goes, "We'll take his." It's funny, subtly funny where it should be nonstop action. You never get bored during this movie, and just the intensity. I mean, this was the '80s action movie. When you think of eating a steak and drinking a bunch of beer and sitting there with your buddies watching a movie, and this is the movie. This is it. This is Reagan. This is waving the American flag. This is absolutely everything that was the '80s and action films. This is an unbelievable. I know I don't rate these movies like I do the albums, but A plus 5, 1,000. This is unbelievable. This is not only, in my opinion, Arnold's best movie, but one of my favorite movies of all time and one of the best movies of all time. Absolutely love Commando. There's perfect movie. It's one of these movies where you kind of wish they would have made a sequel, but you think, they would have screwed it up. It wouldn't have been as good. So you're also kind of glad that it was left alone. But it's absolutely phenomenal. If you want to watch just a fun action, blow them up, shoot everyone down, '80s movie, this is the one to watch. So, all right, guys, let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. Madison still hasn't done my Instagram or X, whatever. We'll probably never get it done, but it's funny to keep on bringing it up. All right, I will talk to you soon.